David De Gea is apparently very close to putting pen to paper on his new deal. The deal that was supposedly fresh in the summer, for some reason remains unsigned at present as we speak. But should Manchester United be investing what is reported to be around £300,000 a week in a goalkeeper who has not yet shown any sign of a bounce after his problems from last year? How do you rate him, first and foremost, as we stand at the start of the season?
I think David De Gea is still a wonderful goalkeeper. Listen, it wasn't so long ago that I said and generally believed that he was the best in the world. I think he's dropped a long way since that, given his inconsistencies that we've seen over the last 12 or 18 months. But in terms of big picture and world-class goalkeepers that involved in the game today, David De Gea is up there in the conversation. I think the trouble for Manchester United is, in speaking about this new contract, is those that are better than him, that you know right now with some certainty, I don't think they go to Manchester United. I don't think they're available, most of them.
Yes, Jan Oblak is continually linked with them. But if we concentrate on De Gea for the first part of it, he has a position now where he's been linked with PSG over the summer, previously going back, obviously, long time linked with Real Madrid. That doesn't seem to be on the cards. Could it be a reason for him not signing this deal that there are now clubs circling with potential offers come January, which he could consider as a free agent, and that could be absolutely much more lucrative than what's on offer from Old Trafford? Yeah,
without question. If PSG come calling and he's available on a free transfer, he may very well be able to earn more in Paris than he does right now. But that being said, I'm not sure that that's in the offing right now.
How about a Juventus? Would they be better suitors?
I don't know. Listen, Szczesny's an incredibly talented goalkeeper. That you can't put that beyond them as well. And the trouble is, we still know or still think of David De Gea at his best. But given his uncertain form over the last season at the very least, which De Gea are you getting? The De Gea that we've seen over the last 12 months is not worth the 300,000 a week or wherever it is, the number that's being bandied about. He's worth considerably less. It all comes down to that free transfer, whether it works for them, whether, if you any other prospective targets, you're going to have to pay a transfer fee for, and what the entire package looks like. That is the issue, not just for other clubs, but similarly for Manchester United.
If you're in his position,
yeah.
I'll ask you a couple of questions. First of all, what can you do to get better? What can you do to sort of arrest the slump, to get your mind right and start putting in the performances that you've become known for?
I think one of the first things you do is sign that new contract. In looking at David De Gea and his body language, particularly during the second half of last season, I felt emotionally he checked out. There was a lot of speculation about him leaving in the summer and going to Real Madrid or wherever else it may be. And I thought he just checked out, that he didn't see himself as a Manchester United player anymore. And that move is what he needed as a professional and to re-establish himself as one of the world's best. But the move didn't come about. You're still at Old Trafford. You're still considering your future, or so it would seem, while this contract remains unsigned. And I don't think that solves any questions for you emotionally or psychologically. Commit to something. That I'm going to be here. This is when I'm going to be playing my football. These are my targets, both as an individual and as a contributor to this team. I want to see Manchester United finished again in the top four. I want to see us in the quarterfinals and semi-finals of the Champions League. And this is what I have to do, or this is who I have to be in getting me and us there. And then all of a sudden, I think that focus takes David De Gea back to the keeper that he once was. Outside of that, without that kind of emotional commitment, I'm not sure David De Gea regains his form.
Okay, so finally, forgive me because you may have answered this one. If you're David De Gea, you've got the offer of this long-term deal, let's call it 5-6 years at mega money to put you on terms with someone like Paul Pogba at Old Trafford, or you've got Juventus calling for a free transfer in the summer to go and play with Cristiano Ronaldo, a chance of winning the Champions League, what would you commit to?
If I were advising David De Gea right now, I would tell him to stay at Manchester United. I think he knows the city, he knows the club. As far as I can tell, on a personal level, he seems to be settled. You know exactly what he can be. On a professional level, you move to Juventus, and I think they are far more uncertain that you're not quite sure about right now, and you're not quite sure how you navigate those. So give him what's on offer. Nothing to be sniffed at. That's what I tell him to do.
Okay. So then, an 8-year journey with Manchester United may well continue into the long and distant future. He is still only 28, not turning 29 till the end of the year, but David De Gea really has to recapture that form that he became known for at Old Trafford, instead of what happened last year as Manchester United look to improve all over the park.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.